Okay, good. Alright, am I finally on here? Okay, great. Alright. Says we're already on. Good. Good. Keep that muted. Turn on music. If y'all hear snoring at any point during this, it is definitely because I have the dogs again. Hello! Now, especially if you guys have different URLs than, whenever we interact on Discord or Tumblr, please forgive me if I don't remember who everyone is, because my memory is actually really bad, especially when it comes to just names and strings of code. But here we are today. How are y'all doing? I've officially entered into spring break mode. So I put in my application that I meant to put in this week, and now I don't have anything I have to do that's due until like next Friday pretty much. I'm doing good. Like I said, spring break started. Hi, Alanchi. Spring break started for me this week. As of right now, I know a lot of people are getting cancellations everywhere. I don't have any. That's a lie. It more like it hardly affects me. We don't have class for the first 2 days after spring break, and so I won't have to go to class that first Tuesday when I run back. But I work on campus, and the university isn't closing, so presumably a week from Monday I will be back at work, which is nice to hear. As somebody whose income is rather limited. But yeah, as far as I know, we're pretty nonchalant at my college. It's a private university, so we don't necessarily have the same rules as other places. The state university in my town has gone, they've canceled class for like the first week after spring break, and they are also going online till April. So we'll see. Yeah, as of right now, I'm hardly affected at all. We're making quarantine jokes at my house, mostly because that my mom and I are both total hermits. So we would not necessarily be upset about being in the house for a little while. There we go. All right, let's see. What do I want to do today? I don't even know. I'm losing my mind. Actually, I do know. I have a Soul Eater scene planned out to draw for you guys today after warm up. But to warm up, I kind of want to do some trying to draw steam. High key was taking like a self-care day this afternoon after I put in my application. And now I want to do some steam. Okay, just so y'all know, if you search Steam and nothing else right now, your computer will just bring up stuff for the Steam video game software, and it will not bring up water steam. Oof, yeah. See, tech is closed until April 3rd as far as I know. But yeah, a bunch of different places have a bunch of different timelines, essentially. I think most places are waiting until at least April, except for mine. So, if my voice gets real bad in the next couple of weeks, it'll be because I'll be taking it easy. Hello! I don't think I recognize your username. Amorcan? I apologize if I mispronounce anyone's. And hello, Jerry. Right now I'm looking for some sort of reference picture to try drawing steam, because was really loving the way steam looked whenever I was in the bath this afternoon. It's very pretty. I can't help but wonder if part of it was because of all the stuff that I put into my bath. Yeah, you know, let's just hear a quick shout out to online learning, because while there are issues with that as far as accessibility, oh, that's horribly pixelated. While there are issues with that as far as accessibility goes, it's still very, very cool that we can just say, you know what, we're gonna be going online only for this period of time. God, no. That's not what I meant. It's not great either. Yeah, just, you know, enjoy your break. Maybe vapor's the word I'm looking for. Enjoy your break. Don't lose your head over these types of things. You know, it's real easy to just completely lose your mind right now. But just don't do that. Don't, you know, be sensible, be aware of things. You know, if you're feeling like, hey, I'm feeling kind of run down this week, or wow, today I was kind of hacking my lungs up, well, then maybe it's a day to take it a little bit easy. But no need to completely freak out or anything. Finally found my reference picture. Let's see. America dream, living in my shame, none of isolate done. Yeah, I think what a lot of people are missing is that, like, these cancellations and everything are not because we think everyone is going to suffer horribly from this virus. It's more along the lines of, we know that most people are going to get sick, and the hospitals will have a much easier time on it if we all try and quarantine ourselves, rather than all of us get sick and a percentage of a large portion of people need hospitalization, as opposed to a small portion of people. It's important to remember that, like, the hysteria is hysteria, but also to remember that it comes from somewhere. You know, we don't want to be completely just laid back and nonchalant about it. We don't need to be completely losing our minds. It is after the blackout. I just want to play around with some textures today. That's what I'm feeling. don't know. I do think it's fun to like chuckle about things that are, you know, seen as reactionary or whatever. But at the same time, like, not all of it's very funny, you know? There are people who have a legitimate need to buy TP right now that can't, or are having to go out of their way to find it because of all this hysteria. Hey, if you guys recognize the song, it's more power to you. Let's see. You know, I've never really read the Ninjago comics. I want to say I've read one or two. Like, I did try and make an effort to go track down the ones with Celiel in them, because I did want to know what all the fuss was about with her. But I've never been one to really read those. I honestly didn't know they existed until, like, 6 months ago, maybe? Which isn't saying much. I only got back into the fandom, like, 8 months ago. But still. Oh my gosh, no, it's been almost a year. Aww. Thanks for the memories, even though they weren't so great. Tastes like you, but sweeter. Night and one more time. My sigh's going mad in these crystal balls. Probably not as loud of singing today, guys. I do have my whole family home for the week. You know, whenever you have 4 kids plus a boyfriend, not mine, my sister's, and my parents, plus all the pets crammed into a space, it can get rather suffocating if we're not, you know, a little bit conscious of everybody's space. I admit it's an interesting concept to think about. I've done various AUs with that. Although now I think about it, I don't think I've ever done anything with Cole. I don't think that it would go that in depth if it was a cartoon. Frankly, I don't know enough about actual real world geese to be able to tell you what texture they would be. That would be more of a question for somebody who does costume design, simply because there are more fabrics out in the world than polyester, cotton, and linen. You know, it's highly possible that silk could be involved, but it's just as possible it could be something else entirely. As far as turning evil by their own terms, I don't know. I think the closest we've ever seen of their own terms was maybe Kai losing it way back when. And even then, I wasn't really losing it, though. It was more along the lines of, hey, we need some conflict here that we're never going to visit again. My bad. I'm sorry. That was salty. But yeah, I don't think they'll ever quite go that route. If only because that, brand image and all of that. The ninjas have to be the good guys. In the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, and it feels like home. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost my mind. I don't care if they'll call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. 'Cause every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's gonna take. A million dreams, the world we're gonna make. Oh, I love the Nice Emperor AU. I might actually draw something for that tonight. I did promise Mel, though, that I would do some Soul Eater. We can build, every room inside is filled with things from far away. Special things I compile, each one there to make you smile in a rainy day. They can say it all sounds crazy. They can say I've lost our minds. I don't care if they call us crazy. Run away to a world that we design. The basic concept is that Zane doesn't run into Vex in season 11 and doesn't end up losing his memories or doing what he did. He just kind of takes over in a benign way and makes life generally better. Alright, y'all go. She's fun. However big, however small, let me be part of it all. Your dreams with me. You may be right, you may be wrong. Just say that you'll bring me along. The world you see, but I close my eyes to see. Close my eyes to see. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be, a vision of the one I see. A million dreams of all it's gonna take. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. The world we're gonna make. Well, I really like that little bitty warm-up. I'm gonna save that, actually. Let's actually make a new folder. I was the youngest of the family, and the last to be let go. I don't know. Honestly, I've never been one to really consider it. Because really, you could go one of two ways. You could go, you know, what if a ninja one day you know, you could go a few ways. You could just go, you know, here's a concept of the ninja if they were the exact opposite gender as presented in the show. Or you could write in, you know, a trans narrative for one of them. That's something that is also completely doable. And each of those presents a different opportunity for a name, you know. I think Kai's original name started out as Ash, which I personally think would have worked for, you know, gender neutral type language. I don't really know. I've never been one to like consider that type of question. I'm more of someone to explore characters and situations than I am to explore changing fundamental aspects of characters. You know, regardless of how you feel about your, you know, assigned gender at birth or your relationship with your gender, it's still an important part of who you are. It's how you present yourself to the world. It's how you, it plays a great deal into how people interact with you. And so to me, it very much is a fundamental part of characters. One of those things that just I don't typically tend to change, I guess. What do we have over here? I don't even remember. Oh, that's right. Don't need to save that. Don't need to save that. Don't need to save that. Oh, that was nice. This is also nice. You're all I've ever known. Oh, I'll miss yesterday. How to let it fade away. You're all I've ever known. Oh, I miss yesterday. How to let it fade away. Oh, I've already done Zayn and Elsa's dress. Years ago, hoping I would find true love on a broken road. I got lost a time or two, wiped my brow and kept pushing through. I couldn't see how every sign pointed straight to you. Every long lost dream leading to where you are. Others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars. Into your loving arms, such I know is true. Past the broken road, leads me to you. Think about the years I spent just passing through. You've been there, you understand. I don't know if Floyd's immortal or just really long-lived. Every long lost dream led me to where you are. Others who broke my heart, they were like northern stars. Beyond my way into your loving arms. This much I know is true. That God bless the broken road and led me straight to you. I think Zane is as immortal as, any piece of technology can be. Dr. Julian clearly didn't make him with planned obsolescence in mind, but at the same time, you can have a very sturdy piece of machinery that runs itself down one day. So it really just depends on how sturdy he is and how well he's able to take care of himself. Bless the broken road, let me straight to you. Not feeling it. Well, that, yes and no. So the biggest thing with updates is those fix stuff as it gets old and as new obstacles, shall we say, comes into play. So one of the biggest things about a Microsoft update from this year was because that the last update had left a rather large hole in the system for people to get through. And so they needed to fix that. And that was what that update was for. So it really just depends on what the updates do. The updates aren't just there because updates, they actually do things. Bottle to his head and pulled the trigger. And line that drank away her memory. Life is short, this time it was leather. And the strength he had to get up off his knees. Smooth, and nobody knew how much she blamed herself. Years and years, she tried to hide the whiskey on her She finally drank her pain away, a little at a time. But he never could get drunk enough to get him off her mind till the night that bottle to her head and pulled the trigger. And finally drank away his memory. Life is short, this time it was bigger. When she prayed she had to get up off her knees. Found her with her face down in the pillow, playing into his picture for dear life. Laid her next to him beneath the willow. The angel sang a whiskey lullaby. La 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 I don't know. I've never really been one for the grimdark, this is all in somebody's head AUs. It just seems like such a simple thing. Like, oh, of course there's all these plot holes. It's just happening in a kid's mind. Well, okay. Everybody needs a friend. I've got you and you and you. So many I can't even name them. Can you blame me? I'm too famous. You noticed I'm a star coming into view as the world is turning. But you noticed I made it this far. Everyone can see me burning. Now everyone can see me burning. Everyone can see me burning. Send a screenshot of this to Mel real quick. Yeah, I've never really been one for the super edgy grimdark. This is all happening in a kid's mind. None of it's real. Because it just doesn't feel very rewarding to me. Well, technically this is a bit of an angsty scene that does have a happy ending. since gone. Taken for my sister from the garden she called, and I look into my nephew's eyes. You would believe the most amazing things come from us. Some terrible eyes. Whoa, whoa. The best versions, oh, the best version. So I kind of hate to cut this short, guys, but I've got some family stuff coming up. Nothing bad, just I think we're about to go to dinner. So I'm gonna have to end it. Sorry, guys. I know we were really looking forward to this, but I can't.